Hello, beautiful Geminis. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage with your February 2017 soul reading. Before I start, I just want to say that it's been very gusty here today in the cold north part of the United States, and we had a power outage most of the day. The power just went back on, and so I really wanted to get this done. I made a commitment to get this done today, but you will see that I have my coat on. It's still cold in the house. I'm drinking a cup of tea, so please forgive that. I just really wanted to get this done for you. As we know, 2017 is an initiatory year. We are coming into a new cycle here on the planet, and there's a lot of work being done on the human level, but as a collective on the soul level. And so that's what these readings are, attempting to bring out messages for you about what is happening on the soul aspect of your experience while you are here living your human life. And I have shuffled the cards and asked Spirit for messages to come out for you. My videos tend to go a little bit long. I will be channeling information as the cards come out, and I like to give sufficient time for that to happen in a way that feels complete enough for me. And so I like to start by focusing on what is at the center of your reading. And this card is the elopement of knowledge, and it portends a particular type of journey. If I can show you the card a little bit, you'll see that it is a card of movement. It is a card that indicates a transformational journey. And the story that goes behind this card is about a Welsh goddess who decided to make a sacred magical brew and set it to boil for a year and a day in order to provide her son with knowledge. And as the story goes, she then asked him to sit and mind the brew, basically. The brew boiled over, and he reached out and caught some of the drops on his fingers, and they were it was, of course, was boiling. He thrust his fingers into his mouth and immediately imbibed all the knowledge that there was to exist. He knew, of course, in that moment that there was going to be some trouble, and he began to shapeshift in order to hide from his mother for fear of her anger at what had happened long before the intention. So something has happened, and you have suddenly come into a piece of knowledge inside of you, and it has caused a lot of movement and some travel and some anxiety. This is a card that portends a positive outcome, even though there is anxiety. Something has been realized, and whatever this knowledge is about, it has run away with you in a certain sense and caused you to cross over on a soul level to have a journey. And we'll see what exactly that is about, but that is what is, that is the energy that is available to you. You have been imbued with some knowledge, and I'm sure as individuals out there, you know what I'm talking about. That's up to you to sort of understand how that relates to your life. But that is the energy that is overarching this reading, and we'll see where that brings us. So underlying that, we have the Woman of Battle. This woman is a Celtic queen. She is very stalwart. She is very wise. She is very brave. Let me see if I can put this up to the camera a little bit. She knows herself extremely well. and she takes action. And if you see the spear that she's holding, there is strength. I want to show you her face. This is a woman to be reckoned with. And for the males out there, I guess I just want to say that in the strength, this does not indicate a woman particularly, but it indicates a certain type of feminine power and feminine strength that gives life and brings change. And so your soul journey this month is about sudden knowledge, sudden realization, and the type of knowledge that creates life, as in the feminine energy, as the feminine energy will do. Pardon me. I guess what I'm hearing is this woman is obviously here to guide you, and the journey is about change on a heart level, on a soul level, and here in your life in a practical way. So this is also about a woman or female type energy that is employed in very practical ways. So let's see where this takes you on your journey. These cards here on the bottom are primarily about what is happening on the earthly plane and how that reflects as you take your soul journey, and we will look at that as we go forward. The spinner. So the spinner, I'll show you the card, is a card that talks about the winds, the sacred wind that blows through your life. And it indicates that you have, again, come to some realization, and you are instituting change. And there is a positive outlook to this card. You now understand, you have come to understand what to do with the things that you have just learned. Something is happening. There's a process going on. And it is causing you to instigate change in your life in a literal sense. And the way that change is happening is with this energy. Okay? So that's sort of where we're at. Sorry. Okay, this is fantastic. The dreamer. The dreamer looks in both directions. It is a card also of sacred journeys and soul transition and transformation. And so, again, I just want to show you these together. Because of this, whatever this is about, and you will know in your life, you have the winds of change flowing through your life. And what that is causing for you, what you are, you know what, Spirit is telling me, it's not something that is a causation. You are having realization and creating actively with your mind. You have come to a decision to create change, and you're doing it in a very skillful, strong way. So as you are weaving this change, you are also, it is bringing to you the soul journey, and I'll be interested to see what that exactly is about. But you are able in this moment, because of all this knowledge that you suddenly acquired, in whatever way that came to you, you have moved past the point of anxiety that exists in this card, and you are taking the energy and the information that has come to you, and you are looking in both directions. You are looking at your own life in a very skillful way. You are weaving. That's the word that's coming to me. You are weaving the winds of change into your life. You are also moving across the veil as you do this. And you seem to have some awareness. Maybe that's the message. You have awareness that this is happening. So it's an intentional journey on your part. And the roots that come from this soul dream are rooted very deep into the universe. And you see the star over the double-headed dreamer? That indicates that your dreams, your soul journey is what I'm hearing. The things that you hold on both realms, you are holding them now here while you are walking the earth in a very conscious way. And you are going to have the ability to manifest. And you will feel that in all areas of your life. Let's see what is here. Ah, the renewer. So absolutely, change is coming. You are being renewed. Your entire existence is being renewed. This is what the card is telling us. And so what I am hearing is that because of this knowledge that you suddenly have, you are working, your work here on the planet is directly connected across the veil to the divine. And you are renewing your own life and getting a lot of support. Sorry, I'm getting a little download here. And you are aware that you are working on both sides of the veil. There's something happening for you on a very deep level, and you seem to have some awareness, or you will be getting that awareness this month, in part, of course, because we are in eclipse season. So whatever the eclipse indication is for Geminis, and I would urge you to go online and look at some astrology, something very deep is shifting. Okay, so let's look at, this is the bridge card, and it talks about, it accompanies this aspect, but it is also the energy that has moved you into your soul journey. And so this card speaks about futility of action. And there is a battle going on. This is combat of art. So whatever this challenge is, whatever this battle, if you will, on a figurative level, it is happening in a very artful way for you because of these cards. You are being renewed. You are intentionally, and this is above, so you are intentionally blowing the winds of change into your life while you have the ability to look both sides across the veil and put down roots. And what Spirit is saying is the roots you are putting down are causing you to join your mental capacity, and you have a lot. Geminis are very intelligent, very quick. And so these two parts of you are being joined, and you are being renewed because of that. This woman has realized the futility of some situation or some way of being in her life. And that is the knowledge that caused an elopement, if you will, on a spirit level. And you have crossed over, and you are journeying. And you have some type of awareness inside of you, or you will be coming into that awareness during the month of February, probably because of the eclipses. The other thing that's significant that I just want to point out here is that you have remained very strong in this situation. This is a very intense, transformative journey because it is happening with awareness. That's the message I'm getting. You have an enormous amount of awareness about this, and about something that needs to change, that is not bringing you fulfillment. And in that moment, rather than crumbling, you are remaining very, very strong, and you have a lot of insight and a lot of will to go forward and create change in your life. Here's the message just coming from Spirit. You are the winds of positive change in your own life because your will is so strong. So let's see what the soul journey has to say to us. The elopement of art. So this card actually talks about realizing, again, it's another reflection of realizing ways in which you are stuck. I'm going to put that up to the camera a little bit. So if we see these two individuals, they are sitting in a castle. It looks a little bit dungeon-like, sitting on a platform holding a golden bowl. And the golden bowl is filled with a lot of things that they had a very intense desire for. I'm going to put this a little closer. And what has happened to these two people is that they finally reached this goal. They found the sacred treasure that they thought they wanted. And now they are entrapped by it. They are literally stuck to it. They have to sit there and hold this thing. And they are watching the river of life flow around them, and they are unable to engage with it. And if you see the color gray, it is rather bleak and cold feeling to the card. So some attainment has been reached on some level. And on a soul level, you have realized the futility has caused you to realize and move forward. And what you want is to be released. And so you are making a new way forward. And we'll see what the energy is that is sitting next to you. The Courtship of Skill. This is a very lovely card. The Courtship of Skill indicates a desire, actually, to create a new way of being. It's a number 3 card, and so it's indicating that you have the willingness and the curiosity is the word I'm hearing, to go forward and leave what you understand no longer serves you behind. And the way you are doing that, put the card up to the camera, is by joining, however furtively it might be at this moment, with others. There are going to be a lot of people coming into your life, I think. And on a soul level, you are willing to join the energy that is happening here on the earth from across the veil. You see how they're holding hands? The river of life is flowing around them. They are standing on the shore. And if you look closely at the expression that they have, they're a little bit furtive. They're not entirely sure how to go forward, but they're doing it with lion-hearted energy that is shining on them. Actually, Spirit is telling me it is emanating from them. And they each have vessels at their backs. Those vessels are also filled with knowledge and gifts. And the only way to activate that knowledge and those gifts that come from each other is to join together. So something is encouraging you, or you're having a desire on a soul level to be hand in hand with other people. And what Spirit is telling me is both sides of yourself. That's interesting. There's a message coming through about rejoining with yourself and bringing two halves of yourself together in this journey. And I suppose if we look at it from that perspective, that's what the renewal is about. If I can figure out how to get these into the camera, sorry. You see that? There is a renewal happening. And it is about the way you connect about the way your soul is able to connect. It has moved forward. And you are on this journey having a courtship with new skills in order to go forward in a way that is more bonded. Because this woman, here's what Spirit is telling me, she is entirely fabulous, but she often stands alone. And maybe that is the futility you're realizing, that you need to join with other people on a soul level. You are coming forward. Ah, there's the message. You are coming forward, Spirit is telling me, in a very intentional way. And it is part of your soul journey that you are stepping forward in order to create change that resonates with you across the veil. And you are doing that work here that is renewing you, but you are also working on renewing the situation in which you reside, is the message. And you will know what that is exactly portending in your life. So let's look at the last card here. Ah, okay. The Queen of Knowledge. If you look closely at this card, again, the deep blue color portends activity going on behind the veil, deep in the universe, where the seat of your soul resides. And the Queen of Knowledge, I know it looks like she's playing an instrument, but actually what she is doing is weaving. So she is here to help you renew yourself and to help you weave together the strings of all the knowledge that you have suddenly come into or are about to come into during the month of February. And it is going to create a lot of movement, as we have seen in the reading. That's a very beautiful card. She sits suspended in the universe. Isn't that fabulous? That's one of my favorite cards in this entire deck. Okay, so here's the outcome. Pardon me. This is the Challenger of Will. And the Challenger of Will is here to help you release any fears and any things that you have outgrown so that you can move forward. And Spirit is telling me, put the card down. And I can see why. Let me see if I can move this camera a little bit. That's better. Look at this. The Queen of Knowledge, and I believe that indicates you, sits behind the veil, weaving the strings of all the things that she has come to understand that may have caused some anxiety because there was a realization about the futility of some situation. And it sent you on this journey simultaneously, is what I'm hearing, in both realms, and you are aware of that. So the Queen of Knowledge is there, and she is looking at you, and she is saying, yes, you are correct. This is the correct pathway. You have come to an understanding of something very important for you in your soul journey, and you see how that was holding you back. And you have, because of this, fairly easily, is what I'm hearing, made a decision to join together and to begin a journey to look at developing a new skill on a soul level. Your soul has taken a leap. That's the message that's coming through. And the Queen of Knowledge is here to receive you and to accompany you and to give you assurance that what you are doing is weaving into the fabric of the universe the gifts that need to come through you at this point. That is a very successful tale of change and transition. I'm very impressed. A changer of will, because you have the strength. The changer of will is here to accompany you, along with the Queen of Knowledge and the Renewer, as you make this transition and this very impressive type of growth. You are being released from your fears because the knowledge that you hold is much deeper than just intellectual knowledge. And if you, the other thing Spirit is saying to me is to come back here for a minute. These cards on the human level here, down at the bottom of this reading. Let me see if I can move them up so you can see them better. Every single one of them is a major arcana card. So here on a human level, you are walking your path. That is what I'm hearing. You are walking your path, and you are walking straight into release and change. And this card, here's the message I'm getting. This card portends and confirms, is the word I'm hearing, confirming for you that you have taken a very active transitional journey on a soul level. And if you see, I'm going to hold this up a little closer. So there's the transition. And just like the cards that we see on the bottom row of this reading, you see how the transition happened below, and the outcome and the benefit is happening on a higher level. And this transition is happening both on the human level. This is about human jewelry making and the thing, this human activity. I'm sorry, jewelry making was my attempt to tie it in, but it just indicates human activity. And here is nature. And so what we have is all of your activities on a human level, and the snake is a signatory of change because their entire life, they are in a constant cycle of change. They shed their skin every year. And so maybe you've been at this for a while. It might be that you were just seeing the results of things you have been working on for some time, but you are being transformed in a way that releases your fears. There we go. Pardon me. Whatever fears you had about the things that you know, about something that came to you suddenly, that caused you to go on a journey that was definitely some anxiety attached to it. And running, you know, the story is about running away from someone or something that causes you concern. And you have come to realize the futility of that. The time for that is over. You are no longer engaging yourself or your energy in that. Your energy has shifted. And you are working very consciously to release yourself from bondage and futility and fear. And so you are actively crossing. See the river in both places? It's very interesting. You have re-engaged with the river of your soul. That's the message. And the Queen of Knowledge is there to acknowledge for you that you are on the right path and that you have given her the gift that she's been waiting for so that she can weave the strings of your knowledge and your ability. I keep hearing the word ability. There's some special ability that Geminis hold that is very much needed right now. And the Challenger of Will confirms that this journey and that your strength and your knowingness are releasing you from your fears and your futility. That is a beautiful reading. And I think to close it out, I'm sorry, I think I might have to re-record this. I'm a little chilly. And I'm worried that it's affecting the reading. But anyways, I think to close out the reading, I would like to pick from the bag of runes. and hear a little more about this message. It feels to me that there's something else that is trying to come out, and I think because I'm so cold, I'm just physically, it's being blocked a little bit. So there it is. That is fantastic. I'm going to read from the book for you about this. This is the rune of breakthrough. So the messages that are coming through, there's more confirmation. I'll see if I can scroll in on that for you. Is about breakthrough. And this is where it belongs, right here. This event, this sudden awareness about something that was futile in your life has caused a major breakthrough. And I believe that this is a rune in the cycle of initiation. We'll see. I'm going to read this straight from the book because I'd like it to be very, very clear. Yep. This is the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. Something is happening. Something really deep is happening for you, Gemini. That's why it looks this way. I'm going to scroll out again. That is why these cards that are telling us about the energies happening on the human level, that's why these are major arcana, and every single one of them indicates change through transformation. And so the cycle, this rune signals a major shift or breakthrough in the process of self-change, a complete transformation in attitude. It's interesting because this does portend a lot of mental work on an intellectual level, but it has caused something very astounding. This transition is so radical that the initiate is no longer able to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. That's done. You have realized the futility of it. Because the timing is right, the outcome is assured, although not from the present vantage point, predictable. In each life there comes at least one moment which, if recognized and seized, transforms the course of that life forever. This is giving me chills. I'm going to pause for a minute because I'm going to give you a chance to absorb this. This is causing me to feel a lot of emotion. This is really beautiful. The message, therefore, is rely on radical trust, even though the moment may call for you to leap empty-handed into the void. With this rune, your warrior nature reveals itself. This is why I do what I do, because it's just so, I just love it. There she is. The magnitude of this transformation might be so great as to portend the successful conclusion of your passage. A major period of achievement and prosperity, is often introduced by this rune. The darkness is behind you. The daylight has come. You are reminded not to collapse yourself into thoughts for the future or behave recklessly in your new situation. Do not fall back into futility. And you are being asked to lead from here and here as a guide for what you are doing on the intellectual plane. Considerable hard work can be, and you already know that. Spirit is telling me, oh, don't even go there. You know, you are the one doing it. There is something happening, and you are transforming. You are at the end of a cycle. That's why this looks the way it does. And so you are stepping out. That is why the Queen of Knowledge is here with you, and the Challenger of Will, because you are literally transforming into the next phase of your soul journey. That is what is happening for Gemini. And so I urge you once again to get online, look at the trusted astrology readers that you are aware of, and pay close attention to the message coming through about what the eclipses portend for you. Because the next 6 months, the eclipse will be active for the next 6 months. So these next coming months are going to be very transformative. You are being very loved and very recognized. And the courtship of skill, the message that I'm getting is this is where you are going. You are now going to be learning. And this woman has her gaze on you. Because this is about initiation, this is what you're being initiated into. So I would love to hear your comments about what that means for you as an individual as you go through the month of February. Please share this with any Geminis that you know. I think this is a very important message. I thank you for being here. I went way over the time I had initially set aside for this, but sometimes that's what the need is, and I hope you were patient enough to watch all the way to the end. If you would like a personal reading to look into your individual indications for this overarching journey, please contact me at the email that you see at the end of this video, and I will be happy to schedule something for you. The prices are very affordable. I keep the prices really low so people can afford this. But I want to thank you, Gemini, because whatever it is that you are doing, you are coming because it is time. You are leaping forward in a way that is very powerful. It brings you to not just the next step in your soul journey, you are coming to another level, if you will. I just keep hearing messages about this. You are transitioning into the realm of the Queen of Knowledge. That is the message. My goodness, Gemini. Well, I send all my love out to you, and I really do look forward to hearing from you as the days go on. Thank you for watching, and I'll be eagerly here next month to check in with you again. Have a wonderful month.